So we're going to start right in a downward facing dog when you're ready. So take a moment to pedal out your feet. Bend one knee, then the other. Let your head fall naturally between your arms. So think of framing the ears out with your biceps. And then slowly start to find some stillness here. Think of this as, ending your day in a calm, easy way. Nothing's really easy for us right now. I've said this before, our minds are usually the last things to drop into our class on a normal day. So take advantage now of trying to do that with a little bit more effort since we're in somewhat trying times. Wrap the triceps back, firm the arms in, and melt the chest closer to the top of the thighs. And use your next inhale breath to lift up high onto your toes. Roll forward to a high plank. Stay here. Take another inhale breath. And then on your exhale, tuck your chin and slowly lift your hips up and back to a downward facing dog. We're going to do that 2 more times just to get our spine ready for class. Inhale up onto your toes. Roll forward, high plank position. Stay here on your inhale. Tuck your chin, soften your knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 1 more like that. Inhale, high up onto the toes like a wave. Roll out to your high plank. Gaze comes above the fingertips. On your next exhale breath, slowly lift up and back to a downward facing dog. Breathing in and exhaling out. And then slowly tippy-toeing your feet up toward the top of your mat. Take as many steps as you need. Feel the stretch in the back of the legs. Come up onto your fingertips or hands to shins. Exhale, soften the knees, fold back in. Do it again like that. Inhale to a halfway lift, flat back, long spine. Exhale, soften your knees and fold in. And then root down into your feet. Inhale, arms reach up nice and high. Get yourselves nice and tall. Reach up, look up. And then exhale, forward fold through soft knees to come down. Inhale onto your fingertips, flat back again. Plant your palms and step your left foot back and then your right. High plank position here. On your exhale breath, lower your knees, your chest and your chin, pause inchworm. And then slide forward to a baby cobra. Send your seat to your heels for a child's pose. Lengthen out through the fingertips. Side body gets a stretch. Pull yourselves up through tabletop, back to a downward facing dog. Reset your breath. Find the circular pattern here of your breath, inhales and exhales. Slowly start to tippy-toe your way back up toward the top of the mat. 1 foot after the other, stretch in the back of the legs. Halfway lift at the top. Exhale to your forward fold. Press into your feet, inhale, reach your arms up high, look up, maybe lean back. Exhale through soft knees, forward fold, come down. Inhale to your halfway lift. Plant your palms flat, and then left foot steps back, and then your right in a high plank on an inhale breath. On an exhale, once again, lower knees and chest and chin. Slide forward to a baby cobra. Send your seat back to your heels, child's pose. Inhale breath, pull yourselves forward, back up to your downward facing dog. Sweep your right leg up and back on your inhale. Draw your right knee into the chest and roll out to a core plank. Shoulders over the wrists. Right leg up and back to a 3-legged dog. Right knee hugs into the chest, core plank once again, a little tighter, a little further forward. Nice, Jamie. Send your right leg up and back, 3-legged dog. And draw your right knee back in 1 more time. And step your right foot all the way through. Lower your back knee down to the mat. Keep the toes tucked and bring your hands to the top of your right thigh. Modified version of Anjaneyasana, sink your hips down and forward, lift your chest, lift your gaze. Take a breath in. And then bring your hands down to the mat. Tuck the back toes if they're not, lift the back knee, and then float the left foot to the top of the mat and come to a halfway lift. Exhale to a forward fold. Press into the feet, inhale, reach all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana, feel free to lean back. Exhale, forward fold, come down, Uttanasana. Inhale to a halfway lift. Palms come down flat, right foot steps back, then the left high plank. Inhale, breath here. First chaturanga, lower down with bent elbows. You can put the knees down. And then slide forward and through, blast the heart for up dog. First one, hold an extra breath. And then exhale, roll over the toes to find downward facing dog. Breathing in and exhaling out. Inhale to sweep the left leg up and back. Hug the left knee into the chest and move forward to a core plank position. Send your left leg up and back to a three-legged dog. Take the left knee back into the chest, move forward, core plank, a little tighter, a little more forward, and then up and back, three-legged dog. Last time, left knee hugs all the way in, round in the upper back, and step your left foot all the way through. Lower your back knee, keep the toes tucked, hands to the top of your left thigh. Sink down and forward, but then have this element of lifting up through the pelvic floor. Gaze lifts, chest opens. Nice, guys. Bring the hands down to the mat. Lift the back knee and step your back foot forward and come to a halfway lift. Exhale to a forward fold. Press into your feet. Inhale, reach the arms up nice and high, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, make your way back down, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift to lengthen. Plant the palms and step the left foot back, and then the right foot meets it. High plank on an inhale breath. Exhale breath, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, slide forward and through, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, lift your hips back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Take a big deep breath in here, and an exhale breath out. And this time, bring your big toes to touch. Inhale, lift the heels high. Bend at your knees, look forward where you want to go, jump, step, float, top of the mat. Halfway lift, exhale, fold. Press into your feet, inhale, reach up, lean back, look up. Exhale, take it right back down, Uttanasana. Inhale to a high plank, long spine. Plant palms, lift up high onto your toes, jump back, step back, or float, Chaturanga. And then slide the heart forward, up dog. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Breathe in here. Exhale it out. Inhale to roll forward to a high plank position. Chaturanga, hold and hover. Press back up, high plank, and find left side Vashisthasana. Roll to the outer blade of your left foot. Reach the right arm up. So the right foot can come in front of the left, or you can lower the left knee down as a modification option, or you can lift the right leg up off of the left to amplify. Take another breath in here. And then find high plank. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, Chaturanga, hold and hover. As you press back up to high plank, center the right hand in and roll to the outer blade of your right foot for side plank on the right. Same modification options, same amplification options. Take another breath in. And then exhale, bring the left hand down, high plank, Chaturanga. Inhale, slide the heart forward, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips back, downward facing dog. Find the rhythmic pattern of your breath. Inhale and exhale. Bring your big toes to touch. Inhale, lift the heels high. Bend at your knees, look forward, jump, step, float, top of the mat. Halfway lift, exhale, fold. Bring your big toes to touch, bend your knees, sink your seat, Utkatasana. So I really want you to sink deep into the hip creases and then lift your chest and arms up. Squeeze the knees and the inner thighs together for another breath. And then reach to stand, draw hands to heart space and down by your side, Tadasana. Bend your knees. Inhale, reach up, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift to lengthen, prepare. Plant your palms, jump, step, float it back, Chaturanga. Take the heart forward for your up dog, back bend. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Inhale to reach your right leg up and back. Look to the right thumb and step your right foot all the way through. Back heel will spiral to the ground to reach your arms up on an inhale breath for warrior one. Following, flowing, following our arms. Bring the hands back down. Step it back, high plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale, breath, downward facing dog. Sweep your left leg up and back. Step your left foot to your left thumb, set up for warrior one. Root down to rise up, reach the arms up high on an inhale. Flow right through your chaturanga on your exhale. And then let your new breath be an upward facing dog unless you're skipping chaturangas. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. And exhale out. Bring the big toes closer to touch. Inhale, lift your heels, bend at your knees, look forward, jump, step, float, top of the mat. Halfway lift, exhale, fold. Back into chair pose, Utkatasana, bend your knees, inhale, reach your arms up. Reach to stand, hands through heart space, down by your side for Tadasana. One breath in Utkatasana, bend your knees, inhale, reach, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant palms, jump or step back, chaturanga. We'll all meet in a downward facing dog and prepare for warrior one. Reach your right leg up. Step the right foot to the right thumb. Root the back heel down, reach your arms up high, inhale. Exhale, forward and down, step it back and lower. Up dog on your new breath. Downward facing dog on your exhale breath. Left leg sweeps up and back. Step your left foot forward, back heel down. Inhale, arms reach up. Follow your breath all the way down. Keep your hips low to find chaturanga unless you're skipping your flow. Meet in a downward facing dog and take a complete cleansing breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale to reach your right leg up and back. Step your right foot to your right thumb and refine warrior one. Hold for a few breaths here. And feel what's happening in your body. If you really root your left heel down and then you try to move your left hip a little bit forward, you'll feel a little more release both in the left hip flexor and your left calf. Don't let your right knee buckle in. Take another breath here. And then on your exhale, open up to your warrior two. Really spread the hands in opposite directions. But while you're reaching in opposite directions, make sure you're not thrusting forward. Pull the left hand back so that your head and shoulders and hips are all stacked. Sink down just a little bit deeper into the right thigh. And then flip your right palm. Inhale to reach up and back. Reverse your warrior. Let your right forearm come down to your right thigh and reach your left arm up to the sky. Start here. Notice if you're collapsing onto the right forearm, you want to find a little bit of lift. And then if your breath is not compromised, your left arm can come up and over your left ear. Drop the tips of your ears back and look up toward the left fingertips. Find a lot of length through the left side body. Looks really good, guys. Take another breath in. And then press down into your feet. Pull yourselves back up to your Virabhadrasana 2. Flip your right palm, reverse your warrior, take it back, and cartwheel your arms all the way down. Step it back, high plank, and then option to take your vinyasa or just come to downward facing dog, yogi's choice. And once you find your downward facing dog, your left leg lifts up and back. Step your left foot to your left thumb. Back heel spirals down, warrior one. Hold so that you can refine and perfect just a little bit. And just be very mindful of your left knee. Keep it tracking over the middle toe of your left foot. If you're facing me, I can see the knee. If you're not, it's hard for me to tell. And then allow yourselves to feel the left calf release, the left psoas. Take another breath in. And then open up to your warrior two. Take advantage of the room you can use on your mat. The legs are wide, just heel toe the left foot over to the center a little bit more so you have a heel to arch alignment. And then sink down a little deeper into the left thigh. 2 more breaths here. Feel the forearms get a stretch because you're reaching so actively through the fingertips. And then flip your left palm, reverse your warrior, take it back. And then let your left forearm come down to your left thigh, right fingertips reach up to start. You're using your left oblique muscles here because you are staying lifted and elevated. Take the right arm up and over your right ear, and then think of moving your left rib cage forward and rotating your right shoulder back. And remember that long line of energy from the right fingertips to the outer blade of your right foot. Take another breath in. Exhale. Pull back up to your warrior two. Flip, reverse to take it back. And then cartwheel your arms all the way down. Take your flow or skip it. Meet me in downward facing dog. Once you find down dog, take a big deep breath in and an exhale breath out. And then on your next inhale, sweep your right leg up and back. Come forward and tap your right knee to your right tricep. Send it up and back to a 3-legged dog. Take the right knee into center, drawing it into the nose though, and finding this doming sensation in your upper back. Sending it up and back, 3-legged dog. Twisting the right knee over to the left tricep. And then sending it up and back once again. Drawing the right knee back into center. More doming in the upper back, step your right foot through. You're on 2 separate tracks, stay really high on your left toes. Come to fingertips and peel the chest off of your right thigh. And then root down to rise up to a high lunge crescent lunge. Being very mindful that the back heel is lifted up nice and high. Take an inhale breath here. And then exhale, draw your hands to heart space. Inhale here. Exhale, we'll twist to the right. You can always lower your back knee down to the mat if you want a little modification here. If you're keeping it lifted, think of straightening it and filling up the back of the left kneecap into space. Look up over the right shoulder. Take another breath in. And then exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. Straighten your right leg on track just to release it. And then as you rebend it, you're going to bring your left foot to a warrior two. You're going to bring the right hand to the inside of your right foot, maybe onto a block or a book or something to prop you up. The left arm will reach up to the sky. Keep the left fingertips reaching straight up. Press the right arm into the knee. Feel the inside of your right leg getting really long here. And if you'd like to take the last breath or two with the left hand wrapping behind your back for a half bind, that's a great option here. Don't forget to continue to press the back blade of the left foot into the mat. Keep the left leg active, pull up on the kneecap. Start to release your bind if you took it. Move your gaze down and then get heavy in the legs as you reach the arms back up, warrior two. Straighten your right leg and prepare for triangle. So adjust your back foot if you like a shorter stance, and then reach forward and let your right hand make its way down to your calf or to the outside of, your shin or the outside of your right foot. Feel this grounding, secure pose here. Let it work for you. Take another breath in. Rebend your right knee, pull back up to a warrior two. Flip reverse to come back. And cartwheel your arms down to the mat. Step back high plank. You can flow or you can find down dog. And then reset when you get to down dog. And then reach your left leg up and back on your next inhale. Left knee will come forward, tap the left tricep. Send the left leg up and back to a three-legged dog. Get a stretch. Left knee draws into the nose. Feel the doming in the upper back. And then send the left leg up and back. Twist the left knee over to the right tricep. Send the left leg up and back. The left knee hugs back into center, closer toward the nose, more doming. Step the left foot through. Come to fingertips first. Back leg is strong. And then root down to rise up for your high lunge. So your crescent lunge, we're preparing for our crescent lunge twist. Think about what you want to do with the back leg. Think of there being a piece of garlic in between your left hip crease, in your left hip crease that you're trying to crush. Draw your hands to heart space. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, start to twist around to the left. And keep the head extending long. Keep the spine long. And look up over the left shoulder as you press your palms together really firmly. There's a lot of energy between the palms. Take another breath in. And then exhale, bring the hands down. Inhale, straighten your left leg on track just to release it. And then exhale, rebend it and ground your back heel down to a warrior two. Bring the left hand to the inside of your left foot. So we're coming into extended side angle, B variation. Right arm reaches up to the sky. The torso leans back here. Jamie D, extended side angle. Yeah, exactly. So the torso leans back almost like you're thinking of like resting right on the top of that left thigh. Remember to pull up on the right kneecap, keep the back leg working. And if you want to take the half bind with your right arm around your back, if you did on the first side, go ahead. Take another breath in. Release your bind. Get heavy in the legs, pull up, warrior two. Straighten the left leg. Make any adjustments you need for your own body. Reach far forward with your left fingertips. Get long through the left side waist. Make your way down to triangle. Right arm reaches up. Right hip can bump a tiny bit forward. And then the left shin comes a hair forward too, just so that you don't lock out the knee. Rebend your left knee, pull yourselves back up to a warrior two pose. Flip your left palm, take it up and back, reverse your warrior. And cartwheel your arms all the way down to the mat. Step back and take your vinyasa or just fine down dog. Once you're in down dog, inhale, reach your right leg up and back. Come forward and step your right foot to the right thumb. And we're gonna find half moon pose from here. So take any prop you need with you, walk it about 6 or 8 inches forward, tent your fingers and load the weight into the right foot. Let the left leg lift up. Maybe the left hand settles right on the hip and maybe that's where it stays. Lift the left leg up just a little bit higher so you can feel the outside of the left leg working. Right down into that sciatica. Maybe the left arm reaches up, opening and expanding here. And then bring the left hand down. Lower the left foot down to meet the right at the top of the mat. Find your flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, sink your seat. Inhale, arms reach up, Utkatasana. Drawing hands to heart space, inhale. And then exhale, twisting into your chair. Left elbow might hook to the outside of the right thigh. It's really important that you pull the left hip back into space. Keep the knees in proper alignment. Maybe your gaze lifts up. Take another breath here in your twisted chair. On your next inhale, reach back up, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Come to a halfway lift, and then plant your palms, step back, jump back, lower chaturanga. Inhale to an upward facing dog. Exhale to a downward facing dog. Preparing for Ardha Chandrasana on the left side. Left leg sweeps up, left foot steps through. Walk the prop forward or just tent your fingers 6 or 8 inches forward. Load the weight into your left foot. Let the right leg lift up. Extend the leg long. Don't let it sag behind you. If anything, pull the toes a little more forward. And then release the right arm up to the sky if you're going there. Full expression of the pose. 2 more breaths. Low belly tones right into the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Take 1 more. And then exhale, bring the right hand down, square your hips, and lower your right foot down to meet your left. Find a halfway lift. Exhale to your forward fold. Bend your knees, inhale, sweep your arms up for Utkatasana chair. Drawing hands to heart space. Take an inhale breath here. And then on an exhale, we're twisting to the left. Keep the spine long, the head naturally extending here. Pressing palms together like you did in your crescent lunge twist, taking advantage of the energy that's going on between them. Take another breath in. Reach your arms up for Utkatasana chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift to lengthen, prepare. Step back, jump back, vinyasa or skip it. Find downward facing dog. Prepare for half pigeon. Right leg lifts up and back. Right shin comes parallel with the top of the mat. Long spine as you come up onto your fingertips. Left leg extends naturally back. And then walking your hands forward for your resting pigeon. Take another breath in. Exhale, let it go. Come back up onto your palms. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Downward facing dog. Pigeon on the left side, left leg sweeps up. Bring the shin parallel with the top of the mat and come up onto your fingertips. Walk yourselves forward. And make sure you're not checking out here. We just have a couple more minutes left, but these moments of stillness are so important right now, especially when you're releasing an important part of the body like your hips. We hold so much tension and stress in our hips. Breathe here. Take another breath in. Exhale it out. Start to lift up onto your fingertips. Swing your back leg around to the front. I've been doing these a little this week. Just start to come back into a Navasana, but don't come all the way back. And then point your toes down toward the mat. Release your arms. And we'll just do a couple switches. Right leg lifts up, and then left leg lifts up. Right leg, left leg. Go ahead, double time for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees, lift up, stretch the front side of the body. And on your exhale, release and allow yourselves to lower all the way down onto the mats. Just gonna give you one back bend this evening. Whatever you feel up for right now, a bridge or a full wheel. Either one, you bend the knees, angle the toes in slightly. Take an inhale breath here. And then exhale, lift up your hips and your low back for bridge. If you're going into a full wheel, the hands come up and over. Try to shimmy the shoulders under. It's one of my favorite adjustments when I come around and like let everyone's shoulders, just tuck them in a little bit deeper. I see, Donna. Slowly start to lower yourselves down and bring the soles of the feet to touch. He's not letting you go. Let the knees go wide. Supta Baddha Konasana. Draw your knees closer to touch. Extend the legs long. And take this very important minute here to just let your bodies rest. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Move around your wrists and your ankles. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a tight squeeze. And rock off to the right side. Press your left hand down to pull you up to a tall seat. Keep your eyes closed or just have a soft gaze. Look beyond past and future. Perceive that tomorrow affects today and that all events unfold exactly as they should. Let go of your need to orchestrate your life and your karma will dissolve. Bring your hands to heart space. Bow your head. And with so much gratitude this evening, thank you for letting me guide you. Namaste.